Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the P.A.D. Leg Saver Hotline. It has been a busy few days. So I can't wait to get into the discussion with everyone here. We have such a great live studio audience. If you ever want to join the live studio audience for the P.A.D. Leg Saver Hotline, you can email info at padhelp.org. Also, just join our support network, which is amazing. It is padsupportgroup.com. But don't forget, if you want to stay anonymous and you want to just engage in the conversation, be a fly on the wall and add a few comments and questions here or there via YouTube, our YouTube channel, just make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll always get notified when we have this show and so many others at youtube.com/the the way to my heart. My amazing co-host right here, Douglas Salisbury, the PAD Warrior Task Force Chair for the Global PAD Association. You might also catch him if you call the Leg Saver Hotline if you have any questions about PAD or growing those collateral vessels by walking. 188, what is my number? 1833 PAD legs. That's 7235347. Give us a call. Douglas is bored. He loves talking to you while he's building
Welcome,
his tiny house.
welcome to another fabulous Wednesday of a get
Yeah.
together and being able to share our experiences, our inspirations, our hopes, courage, and strength. Pick on each other a little bit.
Yeah,
Tell
they've
a
already
joke
picked
or
on me,
two.
That's all.
Alan,
That's
the
the only
peanut
reason I'm
gallery.
here. Y'all gotta come
Exactly. It's
in
the only
and
reason Alan is
just
there.
join the peanut
Oh,
gallery just to heckle Kim. That's the reason why I'm here.
And Imelda has joined us.
Imelda from Southern California, and Thomas, our
Hi.
Scottish friend. He is actually
Um,
in Louisiana. Our
And
Scottish friend from
yeah.
Scotland, but in Louisiana.
we also have
And of
little,
course, Beth from our expletive Effingham.
Effingham.
Effingham. I love that. Or
Somebody
Effingham.
asked why they call it Effingham. It's because they don't like effing beef, so they call it Effingham.
Been there. There's nothing there.
every time I hear that, it just kills me because
Hey,
it's like,
it's the first time I've heard it, Douglas. Let me revel in it.
It's grown a lot since you were here 30 years ago, though, Alan, so you need to come
I
see it.
know.
And we have our
Much to
amazing
go
YouTube
from.
producer, Josh. So if you are engaging in our YouTube channel, he will get any of your comments, questions. You can also join Alan in the Peanut Gallery and offer any of your humor as well. But, nothing's going to beat a joke by Beth, right?
I think a large part here is we got to remember. Yes, we all have PAD, but we also have a life outside of PAD also. We all try and do things and you got to mix it up. Sometimes it all mixes together, comes together, and it's confusing. And how do we do this and do that? And I was going to start an idea here. I had I started a Instapot this afternoon with chicken, carrots, green beans, broccoli, squash, and some onions.
Oh, wow. That sounds good.
And I put my sauce stuff in there and all that. And I had a lady on my page tell me that that was bad for me. And it
Did
was
would
like, I want to know. I sent her a text. It's like, what part of universe are you from? And it's like, but it reminds me of we have some great doctors who join us and like doctor on Mondays talk about what's good for
Doctor?
us and all
Yeah. Dr. Michael
that.
Danziger, world-renowned diabetes reversal expert. Also,
Yeah,
our chief medical officer.
but it's that, and I think she got it from Google, and it's like, so we got to be careful how we Google stuff, and I mean, it was just really strange listening to her tell me about how bad that was for me, putting all that in a Instapot and then eating it later. And
But
it's
I'm not
like,
sure what's so bad about it. Is it maybe the sodium in the chicken broth or chicken stock that you were using? And I think you use low sodium anyway. Um,
well, the chicken broth is low sodium and
the
and
one that you use, yeah.
yeah,
So
and
that's much better.
it's hard to get pure chicken broth where I live sometimes.
Yeah.
So we have to go with low sodium. But it was the idea about how often do we hear so many different opinions about so
Oh
many
yeah.
things that we need to change or that we're working on. We have a smoking group on Monday nights, and look at how some people just quit, some people struggle, some people it takes time to quit. Uh, I mean, some people have a heart attack and say, I'm never going to smoke again, and they never do. Think about walking. We have a great walking app in the program, don't we?
Yep.
That helps us continue to walk, which is our number one thing to be advocate for ourselves is to walk, 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 right? So Wednesday mornings, we have a great guy that joins us and helps us learn how to walk and proper techniques of walking. How many of you get up and do yoga toes every morning?
I did it for literally 20 hours of driving the last 2 days. No joke. It was just constant spreading, bringing them together, spreading them, bringing them together, scrunching them, widening them. Pad 100, point and flex, push the accelerator button, push the accelerator button.
Here, Kim,
I have no
here's a crazy
coordination with my
thought.
hands.
Here's a crazy question.
Yeah.
How many of you are doing that, but you find your right foot is easier than your left foot? Do we?
Yeah. Well, that's the way pad happens. Pad usually affects one leg more than the other.
Well, and I also was thinking I'm right-handed, so I'm predominantly my right hand has no problems doing
That's
things.
true too.
My left hand tends to have problems sometimes because I don't use it as much as my right. So I'm gonna ask him that next Wednesday. Can we actually develop a walk that is more predominantly one-sided or the other? We have to work
Well,
on.
you can also do that. I mean, if you have, let's say, one that you're compensating for another with your hip, if you have some hip issues, or it could be anything. But he has a book out. It's Peripheral Artery Disease Training Plan for PAD Heroes from Amputees to Athletes, and it's by Kevin Thomas Morgan. And so you can join us any Wednesday. Just make sure to subscribe to our channel and you'll get notified the next time we are live next Wednesday and you can join us. So it's a lot of fun, but you bring up some really good points, great content that we have, great guests that we have all week. I want to go back to your diet thing though, because I think it's so interesting that there are so many different diets out there, but Dr. Michael Danziger did a world-renowned study on where he weighed the different diets and he recognized that all of these popular diets, Mediterranean diet, keto diet, the vegan diet, or the cardiovascular reversal diet, which is all whole foods, whole grains, vegetables, that's it. um just across the board, he said they're pretty much equal in a sense. The best diet is a diet you're going to stick to, and the diet in which you see results, and what's right for you is not right for all. And so maybe that person that was criticizing you, Douglas, might be a complete vegan, might have their own ways. But for example, with my dad that had the MTHFR mutation, which is that mutation that makes it really tough to turn food into fuel. He can't have a lot of the folic acid, things like that. No wheat, no floured products, nothing. I mean, he ended up where he was eating more fish, and then we had to add a little bit of red meat because he became anemic. And so we had started out with the Dean Ornish diet, but then we had to transition from it because it wasn't right for him. Does it work for a lot of people? Yes, there's clinical proof. For him and his presentation of disease, it didn't work. So I think it's really important for people to withhold judgment. And as long as each of you is making an effort to improve your disease in a way that's right for your situation and you're seeing progress, that's what counts. Do not compare yourself to anyone else, and don't listen to anyone else. Work with your healthcare team to determine what's right for you. And Douglas, you're doing such a great job. I have to give you kudos, because your last ultrasound that you had shared with all of us, literally, you have made the difference. You created the change for yourself that you wanted to see through diet and exercise. And that's really impressive. And you're such an inspiration.
Well, and think about the diet stuff. Blueberries. How many people just don't
Lots
like
of blueberries.
You know, strawberries. How many just don't like strawberries? And I love strawberries, but I was told once strawberries are bad for you. So it's like,
Oh,
think
I
about
think it's
this.
more the
Kevin,
pesticides on them.
yeah,
They're the number one. You have to make sure you do organic.
Kevin talks about doing a 5K. So here's a thought. You get through with your 5K, right? You walk through the finish line. At one table or another, they have a whole bunch of bananas. And then there's oranges or there's water. And how many times have we been told now bananas necessarily aren't good for us? But there's bananas
Well,
there.
they're just
So
higher in sugar. They're higher in sugar. So if you're sensitive to sugar, you just have to know what's right for you. And maybe the better choice for your situation would be having an orange. And it's good that there's a choice.
and look how Dr. Daysinger talked about the sugars on the tables. When's
Yep.
the last time you sat at a restaurant and you ordered like tea? And then you have that little cup on the table next to you with 18 different packs of sugar substitutes in that little thing. How
Yep.
many of you order? How many of you order sweet tea?
No, that's
How
bad.
much
Make
is
your own
that?
sweet
You
tea.
know.
I'm
So
seeing
you
Beth. Beth is joining Alan. I think she's superseding Alan in the peanut gallery today. She doesn't agree. What's going
well,
on, Beth?
so you go
I
have
just
a
sweet tea. No.
yeah. So you're at a restaurant having a fabulous meal, and then you order a Diet Coke.
Oh, I love that. I used to work at a theater, and I used to crack up when people would bring, get a whole bunch of candy, and they'd get the popcorn with the butter, and then they'd order the Diet Coke as if that's now going to make a difference.
Oh, it does.
Does
It
it?
does.
I guess it
Back in
does.
the
It's
80s, back in the
you're
80s, that was a diet right there.
that is a diet. And I know people, I used to be a journalist, and I had fellow journalists that would literally have cans lined up every day of 6 to 7, sometimes 8 cans of Diet Coke. And they'd make this big production that they don't drink coffee. Like, dear God, like that is just taboo. Don't drink coffee. But they drink Diet Coke. And I'm thinking, I think coffee, a good cup of coffee, is probably healthier than a Diet Coke.
Where does Little Debbie fit in here?
I was waiting for that, Doug. I was
Hey,
waiting for
Here,
the
that. I
little,
think that's
well,
the one thing we can agree on. No
the
little
little,
Debbies.
the little Debbie's queen is right there. She waves her hand
The
like
little
this.
Debbie's help
Yeah,
when
it
my
sure
sugar
does.
goes low.
What'd you say, Thomas?
I said, little Debbie waves her hand. She sure does. But I just wave back at
Oh.
her. Bye.
I was on a little Debbie's kick, but I'm not anymore. They only help when my blood sugars are low. I don't eat the little Debbie's like I used to.
So
Now,
that
progress,
for
chocolate,
you, I wonder if a
progress.
banana might be better for those
Yuck.
sugar lows than a little Debbie. Not as
Oh,
much
yuck.
fun.
man,
Yuck.
it's hard to go without a Debbie's or a Nutty Bar though. Man,
Yuck.
Should I do la la
Yuck.
la? I'm not listening. I'm not hearing
Now,
it.
let me say this. Let me
Banana.
add
A
add this little
banana.
thing.
See, a banana. How about a handful of grapes?
Blueberries.
That's not going to bring my sugars up fast as
Blueberries.
fast.
What about blueberries?
I like those, but they're not going to bring my sugars up as fast as what a little Debbie would.
Hmm.
I have a friend who has diabetes, and he carries a Snickers bar with him everywhere he goes. he has at least one Snickers bar with him everywhere he goes. And when
Yeah.
he wears one of those things on his arm, it starts beeping. When it starts beeping, he starts eating that little Snickers bar, and off down the road
Wear
we
mine.
go.
Yep, I can wear mine on my abdomen, my stomach, or my legs.
Well,
See,
and
it says, I'm just looking on, so this is Dr. Google's AI, says the fastest, healthiest ways to raise blood sugar for a type 1
Orange juice.
diabetic. Guess
Orange
what the
juice.
first one is?
Orange juice.
Bananas. Orange juice
Yeah.
is another good one, actually. Pineapple, a fruit snack pack. They do also have glucose gummies and high glycemic foods like watermelon, grapes, even cooked carrots. That's interesting.
That's different. I've never heard of that one.
No, me neither. I heard carrots could actually raise blood sugar, but I didn't know that cooked carrots could do it that much, that
Yeah,
it
I
could
didn't know
raise
that.
blood sugar like that. That's
does
interesting.
that play a role in what you said earlier? How different is everybody when, because we all not going to fit in the same category, right? So
Yeah.
Right.
one can have this for their blood sugar, it goes right up. One can have this for their blood sugar, and nothing happens. So, and I think you nailed that one on the head, Kim, when you said we all have to be careful because we're all so different in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What works for one may not work for the another. So it's
But black coffee with 2 sweet and lows will take my blood sugars, say, from 130 up to 257, like just like that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah,
I
just
just
a
had, I
black
just said,
coffee, just a black coffee, a cup of black coffee with 2 sweet and lows will bring my sugars from a decent blood sugar clear up to like a 130 to a 157 or whatever.
mine
Wow.
shot from with a cup of coffee with a tiny bit of cream to 198.
Yeah.
Was it an hour after I drank it this morning?
Yep.
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
Nope.
She's type 1. I'm type 2. It's a little different.
Yeah. But my last A1C that I just had done, I just seen my
Wow.
endocrinologist. I just seen my endocrinologist, and my A1C was like 6.3, and that's the lowest it's ever been in like 40 years, 40 plus
Way to
years
go, Buff.
of my
7-9
life.
here.
So it is confirmed coffee can raise blood sugar levels, particularly for individuals with type 2 diabetes. Research indicates caffeine may lead to increased blood sugar and insulin levels in some people. Additionally, some individuals with a more sensitive soul, sensitivity to caffeine, which can further affect their blood sugar as well. So it's really important that if you are sensitive to sugar, pre-diabetic, type 2 or type 1 diabetic, it's important to see and measure how caffeine actually impacts your blood sugar. So
Even a
good
even
note.
just
Thanks
a
for
black
bringing
cup
that
of
up, Beth.
Yeah, even just a regular black cup of coffee will bring my blood sugars up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
is coffee good for you to drink 5-6 cups a day?
My doctors,
Nope.
my doctors have asked me to stop drinking coffee, and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. And they've
Oh,
will you will you drink half a cup of coffee? And I'm like, no. Will you drink 1 cup? No, I will not. I drink half a pot of coffee a day. I used to drink coffee all day long. So if I'm drinking a half a pot of coffee a day, that's maybe 4 cups of coffee in the morning. So I'm doing good with 4 cups of my coffee. I've
Mhm.
quit smoking. I no longer haven't done drugs in over 20 some years now. And so I'm pretty proud of myself if
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
proud of you
if
too.
if I can just drink 4 cups of coffee in a day, leave me alone.
yeah. I think
You're like, you know what?
that's
I
the
need
thing.
something. What'd you
That's
say,
the
honey?
thing is both of us have diabetes. We
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
smoked a lot. We
Yeah.
both had horrible diets. I did a little bit of drugs, not a whole bunch, but
Yeah.
we gave up everything,
Yeah.
absolutely everything. So that little bit of creature comfort we need. Sorry,
Yeah.
you know,
Leave me the hell alone.
it's kind of like Kim with her popcorn. Gotta have it.
Well, you
Yep.
also
Wow.
know,
How did I get pulled into this again?
Just cause you're there, the
But I want
target.
to. I'm seeing that Douglas is itching to cuss, but I'm going to ask, a question. You can let me know if it's too sensitive, but I think it's kind of interesting that, you know, Alan and Beth and Douglas have all had issues in the past, whether it's with drugs or smoking, some sort of addictive behavior. I think we're all addicted to something that's not too good for
Oh.
us, right? Minus popcorn. But I'm curious. You're saying that, yes, okay, I gave up these major things. I mean, honest to God, do you ever feel like, just honest to God, can you just give me this one thing?
Yep.
Just this one thing. Because you're sitting here and yeah, you're paying, for all of that stuff, and it sucks, and you're still going through so much every single day, procedures and diagnoses and things like that. And you can't change the past, but it's like, shoot, I gave all those things up. Can you just throw me a bone here and let me have one cup of coffee, please?
well, and the
Yep.
thing, we got to remember this. We all have to remember, we've had plenty of doctors on here who's made this statement. If I stop at Bucky's 3 times a year to go to my brother's 5 hours away, I stop at Bucky's and have one medium sized icy Dr. Pepper 3 times a year. It's not going to kill me. You want to be a vegetarian? Go for it. Be a vegetarian all your life. That's fine. How many of us, every now and then, we've had doctor, it's not bad to have a hamburger every now and then, but we have to remember, if you do a hamburger every day, it's not good for you.
Hmm.
So if you do, just say you do a hamburger every other month, it's not like, I knew a vegetarian at work, and I hope this doesn't sound crazy, but she was sicker and stayed sick more than anybody I knew. And we always harassed her about, it's like, Tina, you need to get you some meat. Go have you some meat.
It's, honestly, it's just the different individuals and what does your body need. And I know for my body, and I know for my dad, based on our genetics, we've been told by multiple dietitians and doctors that we do need a certain amount of meat because of this MTHFR mutation, that we need the B vitamins. And supplementation is not enough sometimes. So for us, that really works. Do we eat a lot of vegetables? We always say twice the vegetables on the plate and about, 3 to 4 ounces of protein.
So from here on out, you're going to stop eating popcorn.
No, I'm going to look that up, how bad popcorn is for you.
It's a little bit of
No.
carbs, not that bad. It's just like Katie and I, my wife, go out. I think it's once we have a local burger place that does the best smash burger. Goodness gracious, once a month, and the best fries, and we have to go. It's a nice little
Yeah.
date night.
It's high fiber. The fiber in popcorn supports digestive health and
And
can improve gut microbiome balance, but moderation is key. Just don't add all of the butter and the salt. So
in
you know
other
what we
words,
do is we add a little extra virgin olive oil, early harvest or first harvest, hand picked, cold pressed, extra virgin olive oil.
so the popcorn you buy at the movie theater isn't out.
Probably.
well, it's not what you put; it's what they put on it, not the popcorn itself.
Yeah. And you can get plain there and then just bring your own little tiny bottle of olive oil. And you know what? You could even, a little secret is actually add a little Mrs. Dash also add garlic and onion powder. So garlic and onion powder has a little bit of a salty-esque flavor to it. And I also add a little bit of cayenne pepper, which is also
I don't know
heart-healthy.
if I'd want that on my popcorn. Now maybe some Parmesan. I've had Parmesan on my popcorn. That's good.
It's not bad.
So what else do you sneak into movie theaters, Kim?
What do I sneak? I haven't been in one. I love the movie theaters now, though, that you can actually raise your legs. They have the full loungers that you can kick back in. I was gonna go see the movie Superman, but our producer Josh said it was that Superman wasn't super. So my dad and I were going to go see the movie, and we haven't been in a movie theater since we saw Maverick, and Maverick was amazing in the movie theater. But no, I haven't been to a movie in a long time, and this time it's all Josh's fault because he just ruined it for me with the whole Superman is not so super, so I didn't go see it.
You were having such a great hair day. You should have gone.
Josh, our producer, writes in the chat, "You're welcome." And we do thank you for that. Actually, we do. You know, why waste the money? You know what I did see? What?
Go ahead.
So I had a flight. We had the most amazing weekend last weekend. Robert, I wish Robert was here from P.A.D. Life. He has a great YouTube channel, P.A.D. Life, if you look him up, Robert Castleberry on there. But he and I were in Georgia just last weekend, and we were involved at this incredible P.A.D. testing event. It was not just P.A.D. testing, but they had blood testing, all free. They were doing hepatitis C testing, lipid panels, A1C, HIV. They did somehow they were doing prostate exams. I'm not even going to go there. I didn't see what they were doing behind the curtains. We were doing P.A.D. testing in partnership with another organization, which was incredible. We had 50 people who came to our tent and tested for P.A.D. and 10 ended up slightly abnormal. But what was interesting also while we were there is a lieutenant for the fire department comes up and he's like, "Hey, I don't know anything about this." And he said, "Oh, I tested negative. I'm all fine." But as he was learning about it, he said, "Well, wait a minute, this leads to amputation, not just diabetes." I said, "It's likely not diabetes. It's probably PAD." And he said, "Oh my God, my niece's mother actually just had bilateral above knee amputations, and they said it was due to her diabetes." I said, "Did they check the circulation?" And he said, "They didn't say anything about circulation. They didn't even check for circulation." And so he took a whole stack of our cards and he's like, "I'm just handing them out because I went back to my college reunion for my fraternity." He said, "It was so noticeable the number of men that had amputations at this reunion, and it was like a 30-year reunion." He said it was just mind-blowing. So anyway, so I had a long plane ride back and forth, and so I watched several movies. I'm curious what your favorite movies are. We're going to watch them at home. So and you were asking me what we sneak into the theater, but I like it at home because then I can make a really great platter of hummus and carrots and celery and things like that, and my dad and I will sit and watch it at home. But I'm gonna rewatch The Family Plan with, I think it was Mark Wahlberg. Great, great movie. And then Wimbledon was really inspiring. And another favorite that I watched was Nona's, and it was a real life story of this guy that wanted to honor his mother in on Staten Island. And he opened up a restaurant and hired grandmas to cook their favorite recipe, and it's still open today. So I lined them up, and now I'm going to make my dad watch them. And instead of sneaking the little snacks into the theater, I'll make some popcorn at home and make some veggies with some hummus.
I every time I blow my nose, I get hummus.
Jesus.
God.
Could you be any grosser?
Oh my
Did you
God.
really just say that? He did that for our YouTube producer Josh's benefit. That was all for Josh.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my
That was
goodness.
just wrong. Totally
That was
wrong.
wrong.
It looks like Thomas is getting some rain up there. I seen some rain
All
pouring
right.
down.
Do you want to see it?
Yes, let's see it. Well, I guess if you're watching on YouTube, you can't really see it, but Douglas and I are taking a really close look at it. It looks like it's raining cats and dogs.
It just
Is
started here too, Thomas.
it's not. I'm under the forest just now, but if my signal goes, then it's crappy up here for signals when it's raining.
Yeah, it just started here too, bud. So
So,
you're gonna probably get a little more of what I'm getting right now.
yeah, I think in about half an hour I can get in my boat and paddle down the road in it. That's how fast it's coming down.
How's your working out going?
Oh, it's going great. I had a rest day today.
Yeah,
Uh,
Thomas, tell us about this. Is incredible because insurance, and I don't know if you saw on our YouTube channel, we talked to Thomas about in our series Faces of Denial because he is not a surgical candidate. The insurance company had one of their vascular surgeons that's never even touched Thomas deny a minimally invasive procedure to give him just a little bit more blood flow. And so he's just taken everything into his own hands and literally just doubling down at the gym and doing everything right. We got you some great groceries, right, Thomas? You were making some
yeah,
anti-inflammatory
yeah,
tea and all kinds of good stuff. Can you walk us through kind of this determination that you have and what you're doing to improve your own prognosis? Because you've just been let down by the system.
yeah. Well, I think the biggest part of it was just going to the gym. Um, doing what I could do in that. I wanted upper body, but I ended up on the leg press and the calf stretching and stuff like that. But it really hasn't helped my coordination. But I feel better in myself for it. If I could go to the gym every day for 6 to 8 hours, trust me, I would be there. I love it. And it's
It
the only
helps
thing
your
that really,
mood.
huh?
It helps your mood. It helps your mental
Yeah, yeah,
toughness.
and I feel healthier in myself. No, I mean, I got back to my healthy, normal self again. You know, People would tell me, "Oh, you've gained loads of weight." No, I haven't. It's from the gym. You know, I eat good, and it's all I can do. But when I went to see Dr. Walker, that's the first time I've seen him come in. He never knocked the door. Big smile on his face. Looks out the window. Walks past me. Looks out the window. Looks at me. Shakes my hands. And then he's like, "We see your leg?" I showed him my leg. He said, "Oh, I hear you going to the gym." I said, "I did message you." He said, "I already knew before you messaged me." He said, "I follow you on Facebook." He said, "Congratulations." He said, "Thomas," he said, "keep doing what you're doing." So,
It,
you know,
isn't that
because like I
incredible?
say, I still feel bad because Dr. Walker, he's never going to know the same as me if he could ever get back in there. That was a big thing, you know, and now no one's ever going to know,
I,
so, but it is what it is. And on top of that, they got me onto Repatha, which I should have it this week to bring my cholesterol down. My cholesterol's like, it is too high. I ain't going to say the
Yeah,
numbers, but it's really, really high. I mean, it's like 5 times higher than what anyone else should be, maybe 6.
yeah.
And
So,
that's why, like on Wednesdays, we have Kevin talk about all swimming and biking. I
Hmm.
saw a commercial today. Somebody put this in our group about that machine that vibrates that you stand on.
Yeah,
I
we're
saw
getting so many people asking about that lately.
I saw a commercial about that today, and they were talking about how much weight they lost and how they felt, and it was like, "That's it, Josh." And it was like, man,
Yeah,
can you
just
imagine
lymphatic
having
shaking.
PAD getting on something like that and shaking and knocking all that plaque and letting it just, no, we got to be careful. That's why you need to check with your doctors before you engage in any certain activity that you think is not good for you, you
my
know?
sister has one of those, but hers is for actual weight loss.
Is it?
Yeah.
Remember growing up and they had that belt thing? Remember
Yeah.
long time ago you
Yeah.
stood on that thing, that belt went around your waist and it just shook you like a
Yes.
crazy.
I remember that.
It's really important. I'm even looking it up now. Vibration plates have been a big concern when it comes to people who have had heart problems. If you've had a
Yeah.
stroke or heart attack in the past, if you have a blood clotting disorder at all, and even a pacemaker, you should not use vibration um, plates at all. And if you have unstable plaque, which my dad was told by one of his health coaches when he was first diagnosed, oh, get a vibration plate. It's the best thing in the entire world, improves your circulation. But then he read the fine print and it said it is contraindicated for people with unstable plaque. Now, for the most part, I would say most people don't know whether they have unstable plaque. And it's not until you get I'm going to look it up right now, but you need to get an LPPLA2 blood test that measures the inflammation in your arteries, and I think it's
I have a defibrillator. I do remember them telling me never to do that.
and
Hmm.
so this one, it's called MMP9 blood test. It's an enzyme that plays a crucial role in the breakdown of extracellular matrix components. It's a main component in tissue remodeling and wound healing, et cetera, et cetera. So it's an indicator. The MMP9 blood test will let you know whether or not you have this enzyme present in, I guess, your blood, which could indicate that your plaque might be unstable. I think it is, but you have to talk to your doctor about that, see if it's right for you. But the MMP9 and the LPPLA2 blood tests are not covered typically by insurance and are quite expensive. My dad did end up getting it. I was thankful he did, because he discovered at one point he did have unstable plaque. But the great thing was that once we made the critical lifestyle modifications, he was already a big exerciser, so that wasn't an issue. It was just a matter of finding out that he had this MTHFR mutation. So he had to get rid of all the flour products, et cetera, enriched products, start taking a methylated B vitamin. He got a few other things under control. And a couple years later, both the LPPLA2 and the MMP9 were at normal levels, safe levels for him. But he was told not to use the vibration plate for a couple of years because of the unstable plaque. And I just remember that.
Think about all the ways we can exercise. We can find ways to exercise. The park, the indoor gym, the treadmill. Wonder how much calories you burn line dancing.
Now, oh, is Mike is on. Yes, Mike. Mike
Yes,
went
Mike's
line
on
dancing
it.
for the first time last night.
He did
Mike,
good.
I was really impressed. Mike's got
Yes.
rhythm. You were
That was
picking up on
first
the
time I've
steps.
tried it.
He was doing good. I watched his videos.
That was first time I've ever done it. I've always wanted to do it for the last 10, 15 years. I've always wanted to do it. So I just thought, you know what, why not? It was down at our local gay bar in the city centre. So it was like, yeah, we're on this. Geordie was
How
doing
did you
pretty well.
feel
Geordie
doing
did the
it,
first two. Sorry, Doug.
Mike? How did you feel doing it? Did your legs hurt? Did you anything
They
at
were a little
all?
bit achy at certain points. They did ache a little bit, and like I said to Kevin this morning, my feet were a bit achy this morning when I got up when I first woke up, but I kind of did that P.A.D 100 that Kevin does, and it kind of eased it off quite a lot. So yeah, but they've been all right today, and I've been redoing the dances out on the deck today just to try and make sure that I get them etched in my brain for next week. So yeah, it
You're
was
gonna
good.
go back. I love it.
Yeah, every week. It's every Tuesday night. Yeah, and it's a new group called the Rainbow Rodeo. And they've been
Cool.
doing it since January.
So
So and
Mike,
the hope,
6 months
hope,
ago, six
yeah,
months ago, could you see yourself doing this?
no, not at all. No.
So
No.
what changed for you?
Life. Like, honestly, you know what? The support and everything off you guys,
Oh,
the motivation that I've got, you know, the walking, making sure that I'm on the treadmill every single day. I feel like I've failed if I haven't done the treadmill in the morning, but I do take one day off the treadmill now. I take a Saturday off doing the treadmill, but me and Geordie go out for a hike on a Saturday.
I love
So
that.
There was one thing missing from your video.
Yes,
my
there
pink hat.
was.
There
Was
one
it
thing
what
missing
was
from
it
your
this
video.
color?
It is
Was
Yes.
it this
pink.
color?
We're going to wear them next week. We were just kind of
Next-
testing out the waters this week, Doug.
Next time you have to have the video. You have to have your special hat on. There you
Yep.
go.
There
Yep.
you
I
go.
love it.
I have mine right
I
here.
love it.
Yep. There you go. That's what I'm wearing next week.
I'll wear mine if you wear yours.
There's a couple that were there as well who are getting married next year, and they're doing line dancing to do the actual dance for the first dance at the wedding.
Cool.
So the
Fun.
rest of it, everybody in the group was like, "Oh, we should do one of them flash dances then," and everybody
The
in the
flash
crowd get
mob.
up, yeah, and get up. So they were like, thumbs up. They were like, "Yeah, we need to do that," you know, that type of thing. So we might
That is
even
so cool.
and they're hopefully going to be walking in the Pride next year. So they'll be doing the steps of the dances as they're walking with the Pride event.
Who are you coming to the one in San Francisco?
No, we wish.
Shoot.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. And
Yeah,
I spoke
that'd
to
be a lot of fun.
I spoke to my lawyer as well over the last couple of days, and my permanent residency should be here soon,
Oh,
Awesome.
that's exciting.
so I can get a job and start moving forward now.
That'll work.
Literally moving forward.
Geordie's
Yeah.
like, Lord have mercy, get him working.
Everybody
Yeah.
can wave to Marina now.
Hi, Marina. You're
Hi,
awfully
Marina.
quiet over there.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Okay.
So you ready to
So-
line dance too?
You know, I've tried line dancing at my gym. They have some line dancing classes, but I at that time I wasn't able to do very much. My legs just hurt too much. But it's time I try again.
And how are you doing now? I know that we've had talks over the last few weeks and you have discovered, wait a minute, y'all, I'm not doing these major procedures or amputation or anything else. What happened to walking as medicine? How did we skip a step, Doc?
Yeah, I actually went today to the doctor's office that did all these procedures on me and got my records because
Good for you.
they really haven't told me anything, you know, and they never told me anything throughout the whole debacle. So I got my records. I was trying to go through it a little bit, at least to look at the difference, the before and the after. But I wanted to at least be more informed, you know, what kind of stents did they put in? What did they do? Which arteries? But, you know, I got a booklet here.
You bring up an excellent, absolutely excellent point. Everybody needs to be aware. Every time you leave your doctor, if they do a test, you need a copy of it.
Yeah.
To make sure you keep track of all that for yourself.
Yep. Yeah, and my new doctors, they have a portal online, so you see the doctor's notes and their summary. But these ones really, you know, they're not very good at communication. So it was important I got it. Not it's all gibberish mainly to me, but you know, I felt better at least having it. I can go look it up. I could maybe speak to somebody a little bit with more information, you know.
But even with Douglas is made a good point in terms of it's not just about having it in your portal. That's not enough when you go to see a new doctor and you have P.A.D. because they want to see the ultrasound on a CD. They want to see the CT angiogram on a CD. They want to see the last procedural angiogram, or even with a bypass, they do have images. They want to see that on a CD. So
Yeah.
after every procedure, and you can even say it, or a diagnostic say, it's usually good to give them a heads up ahead of time as well, that you're going to request a CD for when you leave, or when, you know, that you can pick up afterwards. Because Douglas, tell them the situation where you had heart surgery, and they were almost not going to do it because the computers got hacked. Thank God you had a copy of some sort of diagnostic.
I know we're on the TV, on where it's not TV, but I don't, those that are here,
Oof.
Yeah, yours is on video, so everyone can see your stack,
and I have about 9 of these.
which is great.
Bravo.
So, and I didn't understand that till I met the group and started understanding and realize I need to keep track. This goes with me every time I go to the doctor. I
But
don't leave unless I have.
my new doctor asked for images, and they gave them, I think, about 10 CDs. But what do you do? I mean, I don't even have a CD player, and I don't know what I would look at to.
Well, you don't need to. What you would do is you could take them to a place, get them copied, or number two, just take them in, put your name on it, put your phone
Mhm.
number on it, and then let them know you want it back and tell them they can use it to review. But they can view them there. They have the software. They have the ability to play them
Okay.
at theirs, and then they can explain it to you. Is this the doctor that wanted to do the major procedure, or is this another doctor maybe we talked about?
So the notes I got from today from the doctor, that's the doctors. There's 2 doctors I was seeing there that said there's nothing else they can do for me, and they
Right.
sent me to a hospital here in North Carolina. And that doctor I've seen just a couple times. He did one procedure on my right leg. He's the one actually that gave me your information, the P.A.D walking group and all that. This new doctor gave me all that information. So that's how
like
I got,
him.
that's how I found you guys.
I like him.
Yeah. I would love it if you could tell me if he's any good, because I worry about seeing a doctor that, you know, but I liked him so far. He talked to me a lot. And you know,
Well, the
when I
fact
told
that he
him, I
talked
really,
about walking as medicine, and he referred
yes,
you to a walking group, he knew who we
yes,
were. I mean, that's pretty incredible, because still too many doctors, they say, go walk, 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 and then they don't give you any resources. And it's,
right.
you know, our walking group is walkingsupportgroup.com, or our general support group is P.A.D supportgroup.org. And so it's great information. I'm so glad he did it. You can put in the chat, you know, what his name is, and then
Okay.
so it's just not public, but I can
Yeah.
take a look.
Okay, that would be great, because I go back to see him in a month. Now, he said, you know, he agreed with me to try walking. He said, try it for 2 months, and if we don't see improvement, my left leg, he thinks the only thing they can do is a bypass. But
Marina,
and
did we add you to our walking program?
they sent me the application, or the, you know, and I downloaded it, and I'm in it, but I just don't carry my phone around with me enough, you know, because you have to have a phone. I
Yeah,
use
you
my
should do
Fitbit.
it 3 times. You should walk every day,
Yeah,
but do the program 3 times a week. Carry the phone with you 3 times a week, just to document. It's not going to change over the course of 1 week.
right.
But over the course of a few weeks, it will change. So just doing it 3 times a week, it's really important for especially insurance documentation. And
Okay.
also it'll help your doctor be able to coach you more effectively when you go in, when he looks at the dashboard to see, oh, I see what she's doing. She has this much, you know, she's stopping when she's at a level 4 pain, versus she should be stopping at a level 7 or 8 pain.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
part about the walking is walk, walk, walk. Think about this. You're first diagnosed, you can't walk to the mailbox, but you learn about collaterals and how to build collaterals, right?
Mhm.
So in 2 months from now, I'm walking next door. In 4 months, I'm walking to the end of the block. because I built collaterals around my blockages. So hopefully I don't have to have an amputation or a procedure, or it can be something simple. I wish, for me, I wish I knew about eating and smoking the very first time I saw a doctor, instead of waiting 2 years, 2.5 years into the process, being told, Doug, you need to eat better to help your PAD. Well, none of y'all told me this before, and how many of us have had that experience where it's further down the line, or we meet that one doctor who will say, walk, walk, you need to walk, see you later. And then he walks out and doesn't say anything about walking. What about your shoes? What about your socks? If you're walking on a treadmill, my legs don't hurt, but this or this, and we're learning how to walk better, aren't we? And the proper shoes, the proper walking technique, and all of the things that we're learning through PAD, right?
Mhm. Yeah, what was happening for me, I know my left leg is bad and I really want to walk to get it better, but my right leg had a procedure 2 months ago and it was better for the first few weeks I was walking, but now it's so painful again that I have to lower my walking because with my left leg, I was up to 12 minutes, which I thought was woohoo. But now I'm back to 3 because of my right leg. So it's just, I can't win with these legs. It's either one or the other.
Yeah. And here's the issue. So we always talk about this, that, once you start the procedure process, it becomes a revolving door.
Yeah.
And especially for people like you that ended up, you didn't start with walking as medicine. They jumped right into procedures. You were what we consider an intermittent claudicant, meaning it was early stage PAD. When you started to walk, you felt pain, but when you rested, you actually felt better. That's early stage. So when you're actually walking, and thank you, Dad. He brought me my little vinegar. Whoops, you can't see it. So this is my Sicilian lemon, naturally infused vinegar and sparkling water cocktail mocktail that I drank.
Where's the popcorn? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
It's my fiber. So back to my soapbox on walking. So the earlier stage, every time you have a procedure, it causes trauma, and particularly in the earlier stages, they say the more procedures that you have lead to more procedures, leading to the earlier premature amputation, just basically because of so many procedures and so much trauma to the vessels. And so what we got to do is we got to get you to stop this vicious cycle and get your body generating these collateral vessels. And I agree with this new doctor that is saying, I know it's not going to be fun. I know it's going to be painful, but let's just try it for a couple of months and let's, push through. Let's document it. Let's get you in our system, use the app. Let's start pushing it a little bit. But that on top of just making sure, Marina, that you're on the right medicine cocktail as well for your presentation of disease. I don't know what you're on, and you don't have to say here, or you can, whatever you want to do, but especially if you have a lot of stents, and a lot of doctors may put you on a Plavix more for life, to make sure that your platelets don't stick together and cause issues, within those stents. You might be on an anticoagulant because maybe there's turbulent flow that's going through these over-treated areas. So it's worth having that conversation, because you want to find out first, like, what type of plaque is this? Is this a bunch of clot, or is this clot and scar tissue that's caused by the healing response? Like, what is this? So that you can then mitigate those risk factors coupled with your walking, because for you, walking may not be enough. You might need to just adjust a few of those medications, maybe even adding a cilostazol, a vasodilator, which is part of PAD management guidelines.
Okay, yeah,
I don't know if it's
I
helpful.
take Plavix for this.
Okay.
And then I take, you know, I am a diabetic also, but I take a Monjaro, which is very low dose. My A1C, I think, was 5.5 last time.
Okay,
But
that's much better.
and it's been pretty low for years. You know, it's been good. But and I take Jardiance for my diabetes. And that's it.
Good. It sounds like you're taking your health into your own hands right now. And so I know it's no fun, but it's worth. You can give me a call tomorrow on the hotline and you can see it's the
I
PAD
would love to.
Lifesaver hotline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
give me
I
a call
will.
tomorrow. We'll get you going on the
Okay.
app, on the walking app.
Yeah.
And people who want to find out more about the walking app can just go to info@padhelp.org and we can get you all signed up, or go to padhelp.org and there is a drop down for peripheral artery disease and look up the walking program and sign up there and we'll get you hooked up. But I'm happy to help.
Okay, thank you.
Best advocate.
Yeah.
How many of us have become, sometimes we need to become our best advocates, don't we?
Oh, we all do.
But it's tricky because, for me anyways, it's tricky because I don't know what they're talking about. You know, the doctors talk and this new doctor he drew me a picture, but or shows me the scan and, you know, it looks like a hurricane coming in. You know, I don't know what it's telling me. So it's difficult to.
I feel like you're just creating this. It's like you're just teeing it up for me in the PAD Lifesaver hotline here. So we had a patient that called in today on the Lifesaver hotline. She called a couple times today, and the first one when she called, you know, she's been having some issues, and they wanted to jump right into a procedure, and she's not having the advanced, you know, stage of PAD. And so she's like, I'm just not so sure. So it was right that she called and we said, hey, before any procedure, get a second opinion. Let's get you on our smoking cessation program, which Douglas runs on Monday nights. We have our walking program, as we've talked about. But then she was like, and then we got her to a different doctor who is conservative, and he believes in all those things first, and especially stopping smoking before any procedure at all anyway. And we got her set up, but then she called the Lifesaver hotline back and she got Douglas. And in this one, she said, oh my gosh, I got an appointment with this other doctor. I don't know what to do. It's tomorrow. I am so afraid. I don't know what questions to ask. I'm not even sure I'm going to remember what they're saying. I'm just anxious. I'm ready to have another cigarette right now. And I was like, well, this is what we do with the Lifesaver hotline. Is we can prepare you for your appointments. We can sit down and map it all out for you with the right questions, get it on paper. We can even forward it to the doctor ahead of time so they know what your agenda is going in. But secondarily, she said, well, can you come to the appointment? And I said, of course, that's what we do. We can actually be there virtually. A lot of times we try to contact the doctor ahead of time, let them know who we are so that they are not surprised when we're there. They actually know that we're there as support and to help and not for litigation purposes. And so we can actually show up. And I'm sure since your doctor knows us, if you wanted, I would even volunteer to do it myself. And I can come on and be there by phone with you as you have the conversation with them. So just let me know ahead of time when the appointment is. Let the doctor know that I'm going to be joining and taking notes and helping you to ask questions. And I'm sure he'll oblige.
Great. And I'll call you tomorrow. The appointment's September 15th. Just so you know.
Here's the thought, Marina. Yeah. I walked into a doctor's office one time, this after I met Kym, and he started to talk. I said, wait a minute. I got my phone out. And I looked at him. I said, can I have someone on the phone with me? He looked dead at me and he goes, you're not talking about Kym, are you? I was like, yep, I sure am. So it was kind of funny, but he knew Kym and he knew. So It was kind of funny. She looked at me.
That's hilarious.
We're in trouble. There's Kym.
Oh, we just got joined by Alan over there, and he's having having a little snack. Hi, Alan. I see Wanda down there. Beth is still here. Thomas is here. We have Imelda still here. Marina, of course, and Mike, our country line dancer. Here we have quite the live studio audience. This is so exciting.
How are you doing, Alan?
I'm improving.
Yeah,
I,
little by little.
Yeah, little by little.
How's your new walking pad?
Oh, well, I haven't been able to use it.
Not yet.
Well, I've been in the
Oh, I
hospital.
see. I didn't see you were in the hospital. Oh, look at you. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. I'm glad you're improving.
Yeah, no, I've been in here for this is day 12.
Oh my goodness. Are they helping with your pain?
Yeah, they've brought my pain down to a moderate level. And my energies, I use what do you call it?
Walker?
A walker.
Okay.
I'm using a walker to walk now.
Good. They're getting you moving.
But yeah, and my energy level is slowly climbing up.
Okay.
And
Are they just putting a bandage on the pain, or have they gotten kind of to the source and really trying to help you get it
They-
taken care of and fully rectified?
no, it's a bandage. They told me what today's Wednesday? On Monday morning, a doctor came to see me and she told me that they don't think they're going to find the source of my pain. All the tests that they've done have come back normal. And she said that for people with the kind of chronic pain that I have, that it's normal for them not to be able to figure out the source of the pain. And so she's anticipating they're gonna have a meeting this week.
Yeah.
With all of the doctors that have been involved. But she said that she's anticipating that they're going to conclude that they will never know the source of my pain.
But if they
And-
agreed, they're going to try and help you because they know that if you don't move, you move it, you lose it. You got to move. And I know you're an active guy, and
Yeah.
you were doing some great walking until this just did you in.
Yeah. No, they have worked really hard at helping me. My oldest daughter got married on Saturday, and even they got me to the point where I could go to the wedding.
Oh, you got to go. Good.
They gave me a day pass and I went to the wedding.
Oh,
And
that was so kind.
yes. And they worked really, really hard to enable me to go to that wedding. And
Your daughter, Alan, your daughter looked beautiful.
Thank
She
you.
really did.
Thank you. And I am forever grateful to the doctors and the nurses here for making that happen. Because I honestly, for the 2 months before the wedding, I didn't think there was a chance I'd be able to go. And even on the Thursday, 2 days before the wedding, I still didn't think I would be able to go. And it was only on the morning of the wedding that they gave me the green light. And so it was,
Wow.
yeah, it was huge. It was huge,
But
you know, and
through all of this, think, Alan, one positive thing that has come out of, even though you have to be where you are right now, what is the one positive thing that has come out of this besides your pain level going from a 9 to a 4? What about smoking?
I have not had a cigarette in 12 days. And when I get discharged, I am not going to have a cigarette. This,
That is just absolutely totally tubular.
yes, yes, as far as I'm concerned, I've quit smoking, and I never thought I'd ever be able to say that. So that's a huge plus.
Yes, absolutely.
It is. It is. Yeah, that's big.
I'm very proud of you. I know it's been a lot to go through, and we don't want to. I know a lot of people are probably wondering exactly what's going on, and we want to protect exactly, the thing, and just know that, it's a situation that has led to chronic pain. It's not necessarily PAD, but a lot of other things. And Alan has really been such a fighter and showing up, every week for the smoking cessation group and really fighting, and has been walking all the way up into the point where it was laying you up.
Yeah.
Not because of the PAD, but because of other things that
Yeah.
were just triggered.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's on the ward that I'm on, I was I was rather shocked to find out how many people on this ward are dealing with what I'm dealing with, this chronic pain. Different kinds of chronic pain, but so many people are here because of it. It's amazing. I had no idea.
We don't really think about that until we get into that position. Because every time I talk to Mike, every time I talk to Alan, I can actually, I don't have to ask him anymore what your pain level is. I can hear it in his voice and how he responds and how we share together. I can hear the pain level of 9, and I can hear the pain level of 4. And it's amazing in it, Alan, how it makes you feel between the two differences, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. It is. And Douglas, my daughters say the same thing. They know what my pain level is before I tell them, just by the way I'm talking.
Yeah.
And there is a massive difference. Like right now, I'm probably a 5, maybe a 6. And there is such a difference between that level and a 9. I can function on a 6, and I can do things.
Yeah.
And what led me into the hospital was, um, for 3 months I was at least at a level 8, and then on the weekend that I came in, I was a 9.5. And my daughter came to see me, and as soon as she saw me, she called an ambulance. She could see the condition I was in.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Al, can I ask a question?
Hi, Wanda. Yes.
Yes.
So you've been in the hospital 12 days. Of course, you
Yeah.
can't stay in the hospital. Have you had any cravings?
No, I don't know why, but right now, like I'm chewing Nicorette pills.
Okay. I was
Okay.
wondering if you were taking nicotine replacement therapy.
Yeah, I'm using that,
Okay.
but but like, for example, at the wedding,
Yeah.
I had all the opportunity I could have had to have a cigarette, and I didn't crave it at all. You know,
Good for you.
it just, I chewed on these Nicorette pills and I had no craving for a cigarette.
Are they the small lozenges?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
How
suck
about the
on,
big ones? Those suckers are, ugh. They
yeah,
make my dental work.
But also, Alan, um, one of the explanations you gave for smoking is for temporary pain relief, right? And
yeah.
relaxation, and you're on medication. And I'm hoping that they're going to be able to help you transition home and keep you comfortable without having to pick up a cigarette. That's probably the goal?
It is, and we've already arranged that for whenever I get discharged. They're gonna sit down with me and we're gonna make sure that my daughter's there. And we're gonna talk about what I need to continue to do to keep my pain level down. And one of the doctors told me that there's three things that have contributed to my pain level coming down while I've been in the hospital. And he said it was what they've done with my medications. That's one reason. The second reason is I'm not smoking. And the third reason is I'm not drinking whiskey. I haven't had a drop of whiskey since I came in the hospital.
Oh, good
And
for
he's
you.
and he said it's those three things that have caused my pain level to go down. So I know that when I get home, I need to continue doing the same thing. So whatever they've done with my meds, I have to keep doing that. And I have to keep not smoking and I have to keep not drinking.
It's
And
amazing that those short-term, the short-term solutions, the short-term coping mechanisms that made you feel better were actually creating this vicious cycle, is what it sounds like. So
yes,
to keep
yes,
you addicted to them.
yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean,
That's the whole point, Alan, is to think you've taken 10 steps forward. And if you leave the hospital 20 minutes later and you smoke a cigarette, how many steps back have you just taken? So
yeah,
all the progress, and that's the part about addiction and us changing those behaviors is we actually, you go 10 years without drinking and you have one beer. 10 years is a long time to go without drinking, and then you have a beer, especially if you're an alcoholic, is
yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
Same way with smoking.
Well, that and also.
You go, say 15 days, you go home.
I can bring
20
you the
days,
phone
you
and
go
I
home.
can send you
Haven't smoked a
some
cigarette.
notification.
yeah.
Smoke a cigarette on the way home. Did you just not take
You know the phone
all
number?
half of that away from you?
It sounds like there's a doctor in the room with you with another patient.
There is, yes, yes. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try putting my AirPods on. I don't know if it'll work. 'Cause
Okay.
sometimes it doesn't work.
Sorry, Douglas, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We couldn't really hear you because there was other people talking.
Yeah, and this isn't gonna work. It doesn't work with the software we're using. I don't know why, but the AirPods don't work with it.
Well, it sounds like the doctor quit talking anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on.
You heard something?
Did you hear something through it?
I I can
Oh,
I can
good.
hear I can hear you now, so I'm not. Hopefully, you're not hearing the noise around me. I don't know.
Nope.
It may
No?
be the
Much better.
protection. it may be the reception. Take your right hand and raise it half up. Take your left hand and put it back out towards the front of you.
Don't listen to him. Hey, you got a laugh out of him.
Yes, yes.
It's nice to see you smile, Alan. It's
Thank
so
you.
good to see you. I haven't seen you smile in so long, and it's since you were
Yeah.
in Mexico, I think, and it's such a blessing. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
and-
that you also joined us today to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
catch up and let us know how you're doing. Your
yeah.
family, you know? And I know when I see
Thank you.
your good friends, I see Beth is here and Wanda's here, and they, you know, Douglas, of course, is here, and they've been with you, you know, every Monday night for what, the last 6 months or so?
Yeah.
Yes,
I missed
heard about-
this Monday because I had company here.
I know, and I
And
missed you because I had been concerned about you. I love hearing you talk and the things that
uh,
you just keep on going.
thank you. Thank you.
You know, the moment you come back, we've been, now that you've gone for a little bit, we take all of that and put it on Wanda now.
Yeah, oh, hell.
Poor Wanda.
Uh,
Poor
Uh,
Wanda.
I join
Yeah,
in, but
Wanda,
there,
are
I
you gonna
really,
what that?
see, I join in, but there's really not much I can do because I'm not smoking. I just kind of sit in to, just listen and
No, that's
No,
a
but we
good
appreciate
thing.
you being there, right? We appreciate the
helps you,
support
and-
that you give to
yeah,
everybody.
because you
And
shared a story of what happened, and that's why you don't smoke.
yeah,
And I
Well,
can't smoke
even
now. It'll give me a headache.
even your case, Wanda, look at how much progress you have made.
And I have.
You
Mhm.
have. You really have. I mean, from when we
It's
started to
from,
where we are now.
yes, yes.
I can't
yeah.
wait to hear Wanda, you know, the moment that you literally have 12 hours and you didn't do it and then you go take a walk. I think you're going to see such a difference in
Yeah,
your walking. The oxygen's going to return to all your blood vessels, and you're
yeah,
going to call us up and go, "Oh my God, I feel such a difference."
yeah, because it's this left calf that I had the angioplasty on in April of 22.
Yeah.
And it's almost a year now. I've been walking in that sucker just, ugh. But I keep
Well,
on.
yeah, it just because it's spasming. And so every time you have a
Oh,
cigarette, it's spasming.
I'm like, man,
And
I'm hurting
so
myself. I don't need to quit. I mean, I need to sit down, but I don't. And I'm like, okay, just 3 more minutes. Just, okay, then I'll go, okay, just 3
one more
more.
step, one more, then another 3 more, and then another 3 more, right?
Yes,
Good
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
been 8 months and 5 days since I've had a cigarette.
I
Good for
know. But
you, Beth.
Yeah,
Very good.
it's December 15th and today's the 20th of August. Yeah,
that's
so
wonderful.
God, it's already the 20th of August.
I know
I
today
know.
my youngest
Yeah.
granddaughter's 3rd birthday. She actually started school today too. I had
Aw.
grandma tears when she got on the bus. I got to see her get on the bus today through
Oh,
through pictures. I had grandma tears.
Well,
no.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Are cute.
Imelda, are you saying something?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I said there about cigarettes and how is it's and it causes him to do like that. I don't know what's with the audio.
The audio is a little glitched. Did anyone catch that?
I didn't catch what she
Yeah,
said.
I couldn't hear
It was,
what
I
you
don't
were
know.
saying, Imelda.
Wait to unglitch the audio.
Oh, now it's fine.
That was good. What was that?
What I was trying to say is what you guys are going through with the smoking. It reminds me of how I felt when I was trying to break up with my college boyfriend.
Oh,
It's been like 3 months and I haven't called him.
Like your
wow.
college boyfriend now?
No, I broke up with him. I've been married 43 years now.
I'm giving you trouble.
You should. I absolutely
Yeah,
just-
my granddaughter was my birthday present, so
Your
yeah.
birthday yet though, is it, Beth?
Yeah, she was
Imelda,
in,
how are you doing with your walking and your I think you're doing occupational therapy and
Yeah,
working on your gait and everything. You were
I just-
also going to go try to get to see the metabolic vascular surgeon, Dr. Lily Johnston, too.
I didn't do that yet.
You didn't do it yet?
No, because I think I lost her phone number.
Okay, I can get that for you.
Would you please?
Sure.
I think that might be a good thing because my doctor's okay, but he doesn't give me much extra information.
And you like to talk about natural stuff. You're really great in terms of taking your health into your own hands with diet and supplements and walking. And
I've been looking at diets that I can, I found out that beets are very good for this.
very good. So you've doubled down on your beets. They're great for blood pressure.
Yeah. Well, I'm also looking for things that will help me with my vascular Parkinsonism, and I haven't been able to find
Yeah.
anything.
Well, that'll be interesting to hear what Dr. Lily Johnston has to say, because there might be a grander metabolic issue going on that she geeks out on all the chemistry and all the different, blood work that's out there, everything natural. She's really one of a kind. And our YouTube producer, Josh, and I just geek out every time she comes on. We're just in awe of her. And she's going to be on Monday. I think, Josh, it's 5 p.m. Eastern time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/the way to my heart. She'll be live at 5 p.m. Eastern time, or it'll be posted live.
What
Oops,
time?
I hear more
time
stuff
each
going
time?
on over there, Alan. You might want to mute. There you go.
What time? What time Pacific time?
5 p.m. Eastern time, that'd be 2 p.m. Pacific. And she's going to be talking about statins and your lipid panels, because she says that she's right in the middle on statins. She says they're right for some people and they're not right for some people. And she makes both sides really angry because she's right there in the middle. But she has her own, evidence-based theories that she uses when she talks to patients about whether to take a statin in their case or not. So that'll be really, really interesting. And maybe the next week we're going to talk about Lp(a), which is another one. But maybe we can talk about other vascular issues such as what you're dealing with, and we can do an entire episode on that, because I know there's what is yours? Vascular Parkinson's, you said?
Vascular Parkinsonism.
Parkinsonism. And then there's also vascular dementia, and there's some other things. So it'd be interesting to hear what she has to say, on the root cause of those and any solutions that she sees.
Yeah, because my doctor doesn't want to talk about diet. I guess he doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
A lot of them
She'll
don't.
talk for hours with you about diet.
I don't know if I can afford that.
Well, the interesting thing is that you can actually book through Scripps now. She has talked to them about incorporating her metabolic practice into their vascular program there. And I think good on Scripps for doing that with their vascular surgery department, to incorporate, not just focusing on the Band-Aid, but focusing on, the root cause and trying to find some grander, deeper solutions, for some of these problems, and being able to personalize, customize a diet plan, customize a supplementation program and a medicine plan and a walking program, for people, so that they can start seeing results sooner rather than later. So, yep. Wish she was available for everyone, right, Douglas?
Yes, that really would be cool.
Yep. So, well, awesome. I have to get going. Wow, we have been talking for nearly an hour and a half. And I want to let everyone know that I'm excited. Douglas posted in PADsupportgroup.org, I believe, a post about asking questions about, I think, is it grief? What did you post about?
Number one, what is your worst fear?
Okay.
Number two, what is your hope, your courage?
Fantastic. Because, and he's doing this because on Saturday, we have a couple of people. I was looking to see if I had their card sitting up here, but I don't have it sitting here. They're going to come on Saturday and talk about how how to deal with a diagnosis and how to deal with a chronic illness. And Alan, it might be interesting for you as well to chime in and hear what they have to say, and maybe even ask a couple of sincere questions, because I know, you know, with any diagnosis and with a chronic illness or chronic pain, whatever it is, and chronic pain is a chronic illness, there's a lot to contend with. And the first stage of it, they say, is grief. It's almost like the loss of the life you had, and you need to deal with this loss of life you had as if you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, before you can actually take the steps forward to create the change you want to see in your life. And that's what we're going to talk about on Saturday on the Heart of Innovation. So that's going to be a really, really good show. So youtube.com/the @ the way to my heart. Subscribe to the channel, get notified, click the little bell. And so you get notified when we have great content like this. So it'll appear tomorrow on the page, so you can make sure you don't miss it. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So hopefully everyone will tune in. Yeah, Beth.
Before you go, really quick, I have a real quick question for you. Is
Sure.
there any videos or anything that I could possibly watch with my heart issues? I just had another diagnosis for my heart. I have aortic valve disease now.
Yeah.
They
Valvular leaking, valve leakage.
well, they didn't say it was leaking. They just said it was an aortic valve disease. So
Okay.
but I'm going to be talking to my cardiologist here in a couple weeks. But and they tell me that they don't want me doing a lot of exercising because of my lungs and my heart and stuff like that. So is there any extra exercises that I can be doing to help with the legs and stuff like that, besides like the toes, moving the ankles and the feet and stuff like that?
Yeah, and that's where the book
Like
from
the ABC, like the
from
ABC, doing the ABCs and stuff like that.
yep,
Is there something more strenuous that I can actually be doing to help
yep.
with
So
that? Because I don't want
you
to.
can, what's really great is you can actually go to, so Kevin Morgan, he has the book Peripheral Artery Disease Training Plan for P.A.D. Heroes, from Amputees to Athletes. And you can look it up on Amazon, Kevin Thomas Morgan. But he has a YouTube channel, and it's youtube.com/fit old dog. Easy to remember, Fit Old Dog. And he has great videos for yoga toes and the P.A.D 100, which are two incredible videos. I don't know, I don't see Mike still on here, but Mike said that the P.A.D 100, which is a flex and then point and then flex and then point, kind of pushing the accelerator button and trying to work up to 100 of those. He said it made a huge difference. And you even heard tonight, if you were joining in the beginning, that he, you know, 6 months ago, he never would have thought he's line dancing. And today he is line dancing. But I'd also like to take a moment to give a plug to one of the other nonprofits that is our sister nonprofit for aortic disease, especially aortic aneurysm. I'm assuming aortic valvular disease as well. And Joshua can help put you in contact with Aortic Hope, and he can put the website and everything here. They have their YouTube channel as well. They have probably quite a few interviews, and I bet Josh would be able to point you to specific interviews about that, or maybe that might be something that would be an idea for him to share with the founder, Karen Anderson, to maybe interview a doctor about aortic valve disease. And it's aortichope.org is their website, and youtube.com/the aortic hope. So some great content there. They are one of our sister nonprofit organizations, and they're absolutely wonderful. So hopefully
Well,
that'll help
it's
you.
not like that I'm not getting out there and getting exercises, because I do get out and I do walk a little bit, but they don't want me doing a lot because of my lungs and my heart problems. So
Hmm.
I'm doing what I can do. So I'm just, but I
It's
just,
good. Also, a foot cycle can really help.
yeah, yeah,
Calf raises, up on your toes, back down,
yeah.
up on your toes, back down.
Sit on the side of the bed or sit on the side of the couch. Take your feet,
Back and forth.
Yeah,
your socks on, and move your feet back and forth.
right.
Beth, go to the gym.
And go to the
Yeah,
gym.
come get me.
That's
Let's go.
Thomas.
Let's go.
Let's go. We should
Let's
all,
go.
that'd be fun to do a gym day and everyone brought their selfie sticks and their cameras and everyone worked out together. That would be really fun.
That would be fun.
Well,
Yes,
thanks
you
everyone for
can.
joining us. That was really fun. It was such a great conversation. I appreciate you all. And thank you, Josh, for helping us out again today and especially sticking around for more than an hour and a half. Boy, all of us, we got the gift to gab. But it was fun. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make
It was
sure
a
you
great
subscribe. Yeah.
I'm
Make
trying
sure
to
you
write that down. So.
I'll holler at you, Alan.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/the @ the way to my heart. And don't forget to call our leg saver hotline, 1-833-PAD legs, 723-5347. If you have any questions about PAD, need an advocate, or you want to join our lifestyle support programs, which are incredibly unique and they're at no cost to you. Have a great week, everyone.
Peace out, everyone.
Right.